Good morning, dear children. This is the fifth session of your chapter management, and today we begin with the functions of management. Although in the very first class we've discussed what are the functions of management, wherein we discussed define the word process in management. So, process means the series and the steps or the functions of management, which we've already discussed. So, functions of management are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. So, we have 5 functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. I would not elaborate much on these functions because later on, these 5 functions will become 5 chapters of your first NCERT book. Hence, for understanding here, as in for the first chapter, you just need to understand certain keywords which will help you in identifying what is planning, what is organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. So let us start with the first function of management, which is planning. Children, planning is just deciding in advance what to do, how to do, when to do, and who is going to do it. I repeat, planning is deciding in advance what to do, how to do, when to do, and who is going to do it. Basically, planning just bridges the gap between where we stand today and where we want to reach. So every manager starts with deciding in advance the objectives of an enterprise. Hence, planning becomes the first function, the primary function, and the base for all the other functions of management. What is organizing? After the plans have been decided, after the objectives have been decided, the next function performed by a manager is to start organizing things, start organizing the activities. And the only 2 things that you need to remember what exactly happens under the function organizing is the organizational structure is decided. So what is organizational structure? We'll study when we study the organizing function. So basically the organizational structure is decided to execute the plans. Moreover, the key role areas, key responsibility areas are decided in the organizing function, which means who is going to report to whom, who will work under whom, who will be at the top level, who will be at the middle level, who will be at the supervisory level. So all the responsibilities at these positions are decided in the organizing function itself. The third function performed by every manager is staffing. Staffing means just recruiting the right person for the right job. So staffing refers to recruiting, selecting, appointing the employees, assigning them duties, maintaining cordial relations, and taking care also of the grievances of the employees. So staffing, I repeat, the keyword for staffing is recruiting right person for the right job. And once the staff has been recruited, now it's the time to give them instructions. Now is the time to give them directions. So directing refers to giving directions or instructions to employees by motivating them, supervising the activities of employees, communicating with them. And managers act as leaders and guide them to right direction. So directing function includes supervising, motivating, communicating, and leadership. So these 4 components of directing also will be studied in detail when we study the directing chapter. And the last function of management is controlling. So once the instructions have been given by the managers, now it's the time to check whether the employees are working according to the plans already made under the first function of management, that is planning. So controlling is considered to be the last function of management, and in this function, managers try to match the actual performance with the planned performance. And if there is no match between both, then managers try to find out the reasons of deviation, and then they start looking for the corrective measures to come on the path of the plan. So children, the functions of management are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. As told you earlier, we'll study them in more detail once we study them as different chapters, individual chapters. Then children, the last topic of management chapter in your book is coordination. Although coordination is altogether a new topic given in the book, but please listen to it carefully, that coordination is not only the essence of management, but coordination is considered to be the sixth function of management. Yes, I repeat, apart from planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling, coordination is considered to be the sixth function of management. I will be sending you the board question wherein somewhere in 2014 and 15 there was a question wherein the answer was coordination, but the children got confused because the question said identify the function of management in the case study. So in spite of knowing that the answer is coordination, children couldn't answer and it went wrong because the question was functions of management and coordination wasn't the function of management. So please try to understand here that coordination, yes, it will be considered as the sixth function of management. So apart from being the fact that it is the essence of management, it is also the sixth function of management. But what is coordination? Coordination is all about coordinating the different activities of different departments, synchronizing the activities of different departments. That is known as coordination. Coordination is the force that binds all the other functions of management. If there is no coordination in an organization, there is no use of planning, there is no use of organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Hence, we can say that coordination is the essence of management. Then, why is coordination important? And this happens to be your last topic in the chapter, the importance of coordination. So, coordination is important, and you have 3 points here in front of you. Once, there is growth in size. Second, when there are functional differentiations. And third, when there is specialization. So children, when an organization grows in size, in number of branches, in number of employees, so there it becomes more and more important for the organization to sync the activities of different managers, to sync the activities of different employees. So when an organization grows in size, then coordination becomes all the more important. Then is functional differentiation. So as we all know that an organization is divided into different departments. We have purchase department, production department, manufacturing department, sales department, marketing department, finance department, HR department. So and each and every department of the organization is just busy into their own objectives. They give due importance, they work in isolation, but they give importance to their own objective. But in actual practice, these departments have to be interlinked, and therefore there is more need to relate and bring together the activities of different sections as they are part of one organization only. The coordination is needed to minimize the differences among departments. Hence, when there are different functions of different departments, then again it becomes all the more important to coordinate the activities of each department. Then children, the last point of importance of coordination is specialization. In large and modern organizations, children, there is high degree of specialization, which means if you look at multinationals, if you look at big business organizations, then they recruit specialists. They look for individuals who are specialized in their activities. They look for experts. Because they look for experts, they look for qualified people, and they always take, just because it is believed that these experts, these qualified people would definitely take right decision in the right direction. And at the same time, we find there are a number of specialists working in an organization. If all of them start working in their own way, it will result in chaos and confusion. So again, when there is specialization in an organization, there is all the more need to coordinate the activities of all the specialists so that they work in a common direction and get maximum benefit the organization is able to get maximum benefit out of these specialists. So children, with this we end with the chapter 1, wherein the last topics were functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. And the sixth function of management, also considered to be the essence of management, is coordination. 3 points of importance of coordination. Coordination is important when the organization grows in size, when there are functional differences, and of course when there are specialists or experts working in an organization.